Thank you for watching Ohio High School basketball tournament action on fairfieldmedia.tv and LSN, Lancaster Community TV.
From Alumni Hall at Ohio Dominican University in Columbus, Ohio. Hi again, everybody. Jack Davis along with Austin Beigel. Tonight it's a Sweet 16 matchup. Your Fairfield Christian Academy Knights at 23-2, coached by Roger Hooper, against the Danville Blue Devils at 21-4. Austin, should be a great game.
It should be a great game. Both teams are feeling the pressure tonight.
All right, FCA got here by beating Newark Catholic this past Wednesday in an upset. Danville got here by beating Afrocentric by a score of 61-51. So the two top seeds are out of the region, and now it's the number 3 and number 4 seed, Fairfield Christian, against Danville.
Well, for the starting lineups here tonight, we have for Danville, Andy Payne, a junior, number 12. Bryce Stotts, a senior, number 15. Number 23, Ridge Durbin, a freshman. Chris Severns, number 32, a senior. Number 33, Austin Hazen, a senior.
And how about for the Knights?
And for the Knights tonight, we have, starting at forward, Justin Potachnik, number 3, a senior. Zach Sullivan, number 10, a senior. Stephen Carpenter, number 1, a junior. And Tyler Stevens, a junior, number 24. Nick Spurgis, number 14, a junior.
Now Danville got here by beating Tree of Life in the tournament by a score of 69-49. Then they took on Gahanna Christian, beat them handily by a score of 59-47. And as we said in the opening, to beat Afrocentric by a score of 61-51. Bruce Stotts had 20 points on the night with 3 three-pointers. He's 5 for 5 from the line. Andy Payne had 22 on the night, 2 of 3 from the three-point arc, 6 for 6 for free throws. And I think we saw that Danville shot 18 out of 22 in that basketball game.
Yeah, and that's something the Knights are going to have to watch tonight, is the shooting fouls, because Danville has been right on with their free throws lately.
Now FCA got here beating Ridgedale by a score of 91-30. Then they took on Grove City Christian in a barn burner. They won by 4, 46-42. That was a struggle for them the whole game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, but the next game they really rebounded.
You know, I think Grove City Christian played them very well. I think it's also very difficult to beat a team three times in a row, much less twice in one season. That was the third time FCA was facing Grove City Christian and beat them by 4. That's a tough game. But then talk about that Newark Catholic game. You were there. They won. They beat Newark Catholic in overtime by a score of 59-55.
Yeah, that game really was a thriller. FCA thought they had it wrapped up, but Newark Catholic made a heave at the end to send the game into overtime. But the Knights eventually pulled away, getting a 4-point victory and sending them into the regional semifinals.
Justin Potachnik led the FCA scoring that night with 22 points. Stephen Carpenter had 19. Zach Sullivan chipped in 14. Nick Spurgis had 4. I tell you, as Justin Potachnik and as Stephen Carpenter go, so go the Knights. Those are really the two main cogs.
Yeah, the chemistry on the Knights team has just been fantastic lately. They know where each other are at all times on the court, and it shows.
Now you see behind the FCA bench the 6th man that has come in full force. They got their, what color would you call that? Yellow? Or is that like a
neon yellow?
Neon yellow?
Yeah.
They have Hooper's 6th man on the front, and talk a little bit about how the student body has reacted to that Newark Catholic win going into this ball game tonight.
Well, I mean, the whole school is just so beyond elated to win the first district in school history in any sport, and the students really get behind the team, and Coach Hooper loves the support for his basketball team.
Now the winner of tonight's ball game will take on the other team in the region. I don't know who's going to win that game. That game's going to be played later on tonight. But they'll play Friday night here at 7:30 at Ohio Dominican University. Interestingly enough, Fairfield Christian Academy has attended a couple of the basketball camps here at ODU over the past couple years, so they should be familiar with the surroundings in the gym. So for Danville, starting, it'll be 6'4" forward Andy Payne, a junior, 6' senior Bruce Stotts, a guard, 6'2" freshman guard Ridge Durbin, a 6'3" senior guard forward Austin Hazen. That's the starting lineup for Danville. For FCA, it'll be Justin Potachnik, Zach Sullivan, Stephen Carpenter, Nick Spurgis, and Tyler Stevens. FCA is the number 3 seed in the region. Danville number 4. Both were unranked in the Associated Press state poll. So for both of these teams to get this far is a feather in their cap. Both teams looking to move on. Tonight's officials: Angelo Zalatis, Marvin Doyle, and Tony Sweeterman. Of course, our FCA media team: JT Burcham, Michael Collier, Dane Alexander, Alex Carroll, Scott West, Cassie Schugert, Austin Beigel, and I am Jack Davidson. FCA moving right to left on the TV screen, dressed in the Road Reds. Ball's in the air, we're underway. Danville comes down with it. Stotts with the basketball. Sullivan on him, man-to-man defense for FCA. Durbin back to Payne. Payne on the wing. Cross court to Durbin. Freshman turns, feeds inside to Payne, puts it up and in.
Great ball movement there, led to an open shot down low.
Zach Sullivan running the point. Carpenter on the wing. Potachnik fires a 3. Off the rim, no. Rebound to Danville. Up to Durbin. Shot up, no good. Hits the standard. Goes FCA's way.
Looks like Danville coming out in the full court press here.
Stevens to inbound to Sullivan. Great crowd here tonight at Alumni Hall. Carpenter with the basketball. Carpenter with a 3. Got it! 3-2 Knights. 6:32 to go, first quarter. Stotts gets it to the wing to Stevens. High post to Payne. Durbin gives it to Bryce Stotts, and they'll set it up. Durbin, Payne. Shot up, no good. Rebound Potachnik. Justin Potachnik, one of the leading rebounders in Central Ohio. Stevens with a 3, no good. Rebound to Chris Stevens. Stotts works his way in the lane, blocked by Potachnik. Carpenter, he's got Stevens ahead of him. Bounce pass to Sullivan, up and in. 5:25 go, first quarter of play. Knights up 5-2. Bryce Stotts works inside, ball out of bounds, goes Knights' way. Wow. We should have a camera just on the student section.
Yeah,
they're sometimes as fun to watch as the game.
Yeah, the student section is really rocking tonight.
I tell you, I gotta give you kudos for working tonight, because I know a lot of the students want to be over there in the neon. Sullivan with the basketball. Carpenter. Works his way in the lane. Passes off to Stevens. Puts it up. No good. Rebound to Austin Hazen. Durbin backs his way in. Backboard no. Potocnik with another rebound. Carpenter. 4:35 to go. First quarter of play. No call. Stevens has it. Kicks it out to Sullivan, and he travels. Good call.
Had the open lane, but just shuffled the shoes a bit before he took it.
Great crowd here at Alumni Hall. We're going to have competing student sections tonight. Carpenter with the steal. Will he dunk it? Nope. Just lays it in. Carpenter with 5. 7-2, Knights up. Stotts with the basketball. Stevens on him. Stotts fires a 3. Short rebound to Spurgis. To Carpenter. Got Sullivan ahead. Zach pops. Nope. Rebound, Durbin. Danville finished 21-4 on the season. And they really come on in the tournament. They're playing probably the best basketball.
Yeah, they're having some really balanced scoring, which is really, igniting their offense in the tournament here.
Stolen by Spurgis to Carpenter. He's got Sullivan. Zach. The Carpenter lays it in. Stephen Carpenter with 7. Danville take a timeout. Timeout on the floor. 3:11 to go. First quarter of play. Knights lead 9-2 over Danville. Quite a start, huh?
It is. And what stood out to me the most was FCA's ability to push the ball up the court on the fast break, and that's how they scored most of their points there in the first quarter.
They're controlling the boards, too. Danville's not shooting well. Give the Knights credit on their defense, but they're rebounding the ball, and they're looking to run.
And FCA does have the height advantage, as they usually do. They're a pretty tall team, with Potocnik standing at 6'7", dominating force.
Don't count Danville out, though. They're a fine basketball team. And like a lot of small schools, if you're good in one sport, you're going to be good in another sport, too. They had quite a football team this year. Of course, Danville, I think, plays East Knox in their rivalry game. So Danville takes the timeout with 3:11 to go, first quarter of play. Knights up 9-2. Leading scorer Stephen Carpenter with 7. Zach Sullivan with 2. I think this being different than a lot of the Knights games, Austin, is that Stevens gotten off to a real quick start.
Yeah, he has. This is a better start for him than usually in the tournament. Potocnik's been,
and that's not to say Stephen Carpenter's a slow starter. It's just that in the course of the play, the other players have hit shots. Tonight they've come Stevens' way, and he's nailed them.
Yeah, usually Stephen ends up as the leading scorer, but sometimes he has those quiet points.
Durbin with the basketball. Gives it to Bryce Stotts, back to Durbin. Works his way in the lane, puts it up. Backboard no. Rebound Potocnik. Off to Spurgis. Nick will slow it down. Gives it to Carpenter. To Tyler Stevens. To Carpenter. That's Spurgis in the corner. Nobody on Nick. Still a man-to-man defense for Danville. Doing a lot of switching off. Potocnik goes inside to Carpenter. Loses it. Gets it back. Jump ball goes the Knights' way. Danville doesn't like it, but change of possession goes the Knights' way. It's the rule in high school basketball.
It is, and it's going to come back to the other side because Danville gets it next time.
Spurgis to Potocnik. Knights will set it up. There's Spurgis. Stevens with a 3. Nope. Rebound. Austin Hazen. Stotts brings it up. 6-foot senior to Durbin. And we got a foul. First foul of the ball game. goes on Zach Sullivan. Zach's first, team first. 1:52 to go, first quarter play. Keith DeWeese comes in now for the Knights, and Kyler Stevens will sit down. DeWeese, a 6'5" sophomore. Ball goes Knights' way as Danville last to hit it out. Sullivan will bring it up. 1:45 to go, first quarter. Knights up by 7. Spurgis from inside the arc. Nope. Rebound comes to Hazen. Stotts to Durbin. It's like a 2-3 zone now for the Knights. Stotts goes inside to Payne, puts it up and in. Andy Payne with 4. Knights 9, Andy Payne 4 with a minute to go. First quarter of play. Sullivan. Cross court to Carpenter. Fires a 3. Got it!
Looks like Danville also switched into the 2-3 zone there, and the Knights took advantage of it with the open 3.
12-4. Shot up, no good. Rebound to the Knights. DeWeese to Carpenter. Long 3, got it! Carpenter with 13, 15-4. Knights up with 23 seconds to go, first quarter. Spurgis to Carpenter, 10 seconds. To Sullivan, 6, 5, 4. Potocnik can hit it from there. Nope. Rebound, and there's a long heave at the end of the buzzer, and after 1 quarter of play, the Knights are up over Danville, 15-4 on LSN.
Vince, they're really cracking down on safety belts these days.
What's up, officer?
I'm giving you a ticket for committing an 811.
Safety belt violation.
Compliments of Barney Fife.
We never wear safety belts. We're dummies.
Weisenheimers.
He gave us a ticket.
Man's got to do what he's got to do.
Thank you for watching Ohio High School basketball tournament action on FairfieldMedia.tv and LSN, Lancaster Community TV.
FCA basketball on LSN. Glad to have you with us tonight. Jack Davis along with Austin Beigel and the entire FCA media team. FCA leads 15-4 at the end of 1 quarter of play. They came out like a rocket.
They did. The one thing Coach Huber's been stressing all week was defense, defense, defense. Even on the locker room door, he has a little picture on there. It says defense wins championships. And the Knights are taking that phrase to heart tonight as they held Danville to 4 points in the first quarter.
So 11-point lead for the Knights, but is by no means over. Long way to go in this one. Stotts with the basketball. Stotts. Payne misses the shot. Rebounded to Weiss. To Carpenter. Durbin on him. Steven will set it up. Works off a Potocnik pick. Spurgis. Nope. Rebound to Andy Payne. Bryce Stotts with the basketball. He'll fire a 3. Short. Rebound loose. It goes off of the Knights, off of DeWeese, and it'll stay Danville's ball.
Austin Hazen got in there just enough to disrupt the Knights and force them to knock it out of bounds.
Goes into Payne, turns around, jumper good. 6'4" junior Andy Payne's got 6. (15-6) to score with under 7 to go first half. Spurgis, no good. Rebound Durbin. Durbin gets it to Hazen. Stolen. Knights have the ball. Patachnik gives it to a guard. Carpenter with 13 on the night.
Danville back in the man-to-man defense.
Patachnik gets it to Sullivan. It's like they'll try to deny the basketball to Carpenter defensively. There's Steven. Looks like he might have gotten away with a walk there. Deweese to Sullivan. And look inside to Patachnik. Carpenter works his way in the lane, puts it up and in on a foul. Carpenter with 15. Austin Hazen is in the book, his first, team first. Durbin sits down. And Mason Wares comes in, 6'4" senior, gives the Danville Blue Devils a little more height and beef underneath. Carpenter hits the three-point play the old-fashioned way. He's got 16 tonight. Stotts, Hazen. Ball stolen. Danville gets it back. Stotts works his way in the lane, puts it up and in. Bryce Stotts with 2. Now a 18-8 score. Under 5.5 to go, first half of play. Sullivan will set it up. Patachnik, Carpenter. Inside to Patachnik to Sullivan. He'll measure a 3. Got hit, no call on the box out. Stotts up to Payne. He'll fire a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound to Carpenter. 3-on-3. Knights will set it up. Sullivan to Deweese. Patachnik goes inside, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Mason Wares.
Ref letting him play tonight. Only have 2 fouls so far.
Andy Payne with 8. Timeout, Knights. 30-second timeout as the Danville fans stand. 4:18 to go, second quarter of play. Knights lead 18-10.
Danville made a nice little run there before Coach Huber called the timeout, so that's probably what they're talking about, how to stop their offense.
And they haven't gotten good shots the last couple of possessions down there, at least the Knights haven't.
No, they're sort of forcing it a bit, but Danville has been playing really tight defense, looks to be denying almost every pass.
Of course, the competition gets stronger as the season goes on. Danville probably they're certainly one of the top teams the Knights have faced this year. Probably the toughest team would have been Bloom Carroll. Danville's right up there. Tyler Stevens in now for the Knights. Carpenter with a 3. Got it! Stephen Carpenter with 19. Holy smokes. Payne at the high post. Bulls his way in, puts it up and in, high off the glass. Payne with 10. It's a great battle between Carpenter and Payne. Stephen Carpenter. 19 points on the night, 3.5 to go, first half. Carpenter with another three, that's short. Stotts with the rebound. Gets it to Ridge Durbin. Payne at the high post. Fires, short. Rebound to Tyler Stevens. Stevens weaves his way out of trouble. And gives it to Zach Sullivan. They'll set it up with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Sullivan to Spurgis. Stevens to Sullivan. Inside to Potachnik, off his hands, out of bounds. 2:41 to go. Knights up by 9.
Good look there to Potachnik, but the pass was just a little bit high, bounced off his hand and out of bounds.
Payne goes to Hazen. Out to Stotts. Three ball, no good. Rebound, and we got a foul on Nick Spurgis with the push. Spurgis his first, team second.
Foul on Fairfield Christian, Nick Spurgis, his first, team second.
Durbin to Stotts. High post to Payne. Puts it up, no good. Off at Danville, out of bounds. Knights get the basketball. Carpenter will bring it up with 2:10 to go in the first half. Potachnik puts it up and he's fouled. I think Ridge Durbin is the guilty party. No, it's not. Mason Wares. His first. Team second, so team fouls even at 2 with 2 minutes to go. Potachnik shooting 2. Misses the first. Great crowd here tonight, huh, Austin? Oh, I think there's a seat to be had.
This is one of the biggest crowds I've ever seen the Knights have.
10-point lead for the Knights. Durbin. Stotts to Durbin. And there, fire a 3. No good. Rebound to Carpenter. Carpenter. Nice pass to Stevens. Up and in. Tyler Stevens in the books with 2. 12-point lead for the Knights. 24-12. Payne. Running jumper. No good. Rebound loose. Carpenter gets it. Saves it to Potachnik. Gives it to Carpenter. 1:10 to go. First half of play. Off of Potachnik, out of bounds. I think you see the strategy there. You want to go into Justin to try to get an inside game.
Yeah, we mentioned he does have the height advantage. Danville's playing good defense and forcing some turnovers when they do try and get the ball down low to him.
Under 60 seconds to go here. Knights up by 12. Durbin holds. Freshman gives it to Bryce Stotts. Stevens on him, works his way in the lane. We got a Tyler Stevens on the reach. His first, team third. 39.2 seconds to go. Knights want to stay out of foul trouble. That's one of the things they talked about coming into the game tonight. And thus far, they're doing a good job. Ball tipped by Stevens. Hazen has it. High post, top of the key. To Payne, puts his way, bowls his way up and in. Andy Payne with 12. And we got a foul.
Danville a little slow getting back there. Stephen Carpenter just took the ball straight to the hoop, and they had to foul because they weren't in good position to stop him.
So Carpenter line left, shooting 2. First one, no good. Jordan Brake coming in now for Tyler Stevens. Carpenter got it. Stephen Carpenter with 20 points in the first half. 20 seconds to go. Knights up by 11. Will Danville play for one shot? Durbin. Payne loses it, gets it back. There's a think of a shot as they were listening to the student section. Shot short, rebound up, and is it going to count? It does. Austin Hazens in the books, his first 2. Timeout on the floor. 1 half in the books. Knights lead the Blue Devils by a score of 25-16. This is FCA basketball on LSN.
On FairfieldMedia.tv and LSN, Lancaster Community TV.
Severe weather can destroy a home in seconds. There's no time to think, only time to act. Have a kit so you're ready for any emergency. Develop a plan for what you and your family will do before disaster strikes, and stay informed during severe weather any way you can. It can be the difference between losing your possessions and losing your life. Just ask the owners of this house. Visit ready.gov for ways to prepare your family for emergencies.
A bright future starts with a healthy lifestyle. Good nutrition and physical activity are fuel for your child's mind and body.
Attaboy, Pinot.
And the food pyramid will help you find the right balance. Just remember, every color, every day.
Nothing can stop me now.
Eat right.
Here's an apple.
Be active.
Come on, I'll race you home.
Make it balanced.
This calls for a celebration.
A healthy lifestyle can lead to great things for your child. Visit mypyramid.gov to learn more.
You're watching Ohio High School Tournament Basketball on FairfieldMedia.tv and LSN, Lancaster Community TV.
Nick Spurgis, his first 2. Glad to have you back here on LSN. Same starting 5s on both teams to start this second half. Andy Payne puts it up, no, and he's fouled. I think that's on Potachnik. It's Justin's first, team first. Well, Justin is the tallest player out there. He's certainly not the most bulkiest.
No. Dan was probably happy as they really wanted to get to the foul line a lot, and they only drew 3 fouls on the Knights in the first half. So to get one in the first 30 seconds is a good sign from Danville.
Payne misses the pair, or misses the second of the 2. Hits the first. 10-point lead for the Knights. Carpenter works his way in, loses the basketball. Last touch by Danville. Fans in front of us complaining, but to be honest with you, there are players in front of me I couldn't tell. And they got the same angle we do. Ball goes out to Tyler Stevens. Stevens with the basketball to Carpenter. Sullivan back to Carpenter. Works his way into the lane, puts it up, and no good on a foul.
Stephen Carpenter going to the line looking for points 21 and 22.
Austin Hazen is in the books for his second. Team first. Carpenter lying right, shooting 2. He hits 20 on the night. 13 in the first quarter. 1 for 2 from the line, make it 2 for 3. Carpenter with 21. .22 for Stephen. Durbin gets it to Hazen, back to Durbin. Ball stolen by Spurgis, knocked out of bounds, and Nick touched it last. Andy Payne will inbound. Freshman fires, block. Stats has it. Goes cross court for Hazen. Now Durbin has it. Back to Hazen. There's Payne for a 3. Rims it in. Andy Payne with 16. 9-point lead for the Knights. It's the Carpenter versus Payne show tonight, huh?
Yeah, combined, they have most of the points in the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, big players come up and they play big in the big games. Sullivan to Tyler Stevens. Nearly walked. Steven goes inside to Potocnik, low block, puts it up and in. Justin with 3. He's averaging about 17 a game, I think. I think Steven was about 19, 20 a game, and Justin was a couple points behind him. Bryce Stotts with Sullivan on him, gets it to Andy Payne. Three ball by Durbin, no good. Rebound to Stevens. Gives it to Stephen Carpenter with 5 minutes to go. Carpenter loses it. Hazen has it. To Durbin. Inside, puts it up, no good. Loose ball fought for. Hazen gets it, puts it up, and in. Austin Hazen with 4. Sullivan spins into the lane. Better get out of the 3-second lane. There he goes. Inside to Potocnik, and we got a hold on Danville.
Danville been trying to deny Potocnik the ball down low all game long, but he's really using those long arms to his advantage.
Fouls on Hazen, his second. Team second. Carpenter with a 3. Got it! Stephen Carpenter with 25. Student section likes that.
Stephen Carpenter with 4 3-pointers tonight.
Stotts with his first points of the half. Spurgis up and in on a foul. Nick with 4. Of course, Nick had that great game against Grove City Christian to get him this far. So Andy Payne has his first foul.
Any game, you really don't know who can step up for you.
Nick misses it. Rebound to Payne. 12-point lead for the Knights, 3.5 to go, third quarter of play. Winner plays Friday night, loser goes home. Shot up, gets the preacher's roll and falls off. Stevens has it. And he gets bumped. That is by Ridge Durbin. It's his first, team fourth. We have more. I think we have as many fouls in this quarter than we did all last half.
Number 2, Jordan Frank.
Most of them on Danville this quarter, though.
And Durbin sits down, and Jordan Frank comes in, a 5'10" junior. Air ball by Sullivan. As if he doesn't need reminded, huh? Andy Payne works his way in the lane, dumps it off to Hazen, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Potachnik. Here come the Knights. Carpenter will smartly set it up, and there's Spurgis firing a shot, no good. Sullivan with the good hustle. He gets rewarded by the fans. Carpenter with 2:10 to go in the third quarter. Knights have led this one early, and they haven't looked back. Carpenter high post. Tries to go to Spurgis, knocked away by Hazen. Stotts pulls his way in, and we got a blocking foul on one of the Knights. Then Potachnik. No, it's Tyler Stevens. Tyler second, team second.
Stevens trying to tell the ref he had his hands straight up, but they're going to say his feet were moving, so that's why they gave him the blocking foul.
Stotts gets the preacher's roll and puts it in for 5. Keith DeWeese comes in for Tyler Stevens. Stevens sits down with 2 points and 2 fouls. DeWeese saw action in the first half. He's scoreless. Stats with 6. Carpenter the basketball, 10-point lead. Carpenter puts it in. 27 for Stephen Carpenter.
He makes it look so easy.
He's so quick. Stotts, and we got a bump on Zach Sullivan. It's his second. Now we got, I think, Jordan Brake stepping in for Sullivan.
Number 5, Jordan Blake replaces number 10, Zach Sullivan.
Sullivan sits down. 2 points, 2 fouls. Brake on for his second action of the night. Saw a brief opportunity in the end of the second quarter. Cross-court pass to nobody in particular, and the Knights get the ball back. And we have Jordan Frank going hard into the stands. He gets up. 12-point lead for the Knights, 1:21 to go. Third quarter of play. Brake will inbound to DeWeese, as Danville will now extend their defense. Carpenter gets it from Spurgis. Potachnik. Carpenter inside to Spurgis. No good. Tip. Loose. DeWeese comes down with it. 60 seconds to go. Third quarter of play. Carpenter spins. Pops for a 3. No good. Rebound loose. Knights come down with it. Break. Gets a standing O from the student section. Spurgis. to break. To Spurgis. Will the Knights play for one shot? Inside to Potachnik off of, it's like Chris Stevens. Durbin comes in for Danville, and Frank will sit down. Frank sits down scoreless. Durbin comes in with one foul. Timeout, Danville. Timeout on the floor, 31.7 seconds to go. Third quarter of play, Knights lead 38-26 on LSN. Knights got out of this one early. Led it the first quarter by a score of 15-4. At halftime, they led 25-16. Carpenter leads the way with 27 points tonight. 13 in the first quarter, 7 in the second and third.
Something to point out here, Danville did manage to draw a few fouls on the Knights, and they had to sit out a couple starters. Their backups came in and played just as well as the starters did, really having some hustle, getting the offensive rebounds, and that's what has kept the Knights lead this so far.
Knights will get the ball back here. They'll inbound to the left of their basket. Break to DeWeese. .23 seconds to go. DeWeese with 13 to Carpenter. Break, drives, puts it up and in. Jordan Break with 2, and that's the end of the third quarter. Timeout on the floor. Knights lead by 14 going to the fourth on LSN.
Thank you for watching Ohio High School basketball tournament action on FairfieldMedia.tv and LSN, Lancaster Community TV.
Back here at Alumni Hall on the campus of Ohio Dominican University. Jack Davis along with Austin Beigel and the FCA media team. The Knights are up by 14, 40-26 with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Carpenter leads all scorers with 27. Danville starts the fourth quarter with the basketball. They need some stops. Stotts has it blocked, gets it back, has it blocked again. Spurgis double team, works his way out, and a foul. Stotts his first. Team's fifth. Full court pressure for Danville. Break gets bumped. That'll be the 16th foul. Fouls on Durbin, his second. Next one puts the Knights in the bonus.
His second, team 6. Danville substitution, number 4, Thomas Hawk, and number 23, Ridge Durbin.
Going into the bonus this early in the fourth quarter could be very, very hard to recover from if Danville keeps up the fouls.
And this is really what Danville wants to do. They want to stop the clock so that they can try to score with the clock stopped and try to put the Knights on the free throw line. It's going to be their strategy. Carpenter with the basketball, cross court to DeWeese. Potachnik inside to Carpenter. Puts it up and in, and a foul. 29 for Stephen Carpenter. Danville fans are in shock.
Foul on Danville, 32, Chris Evans. His third, team 7.
Chris Stevens is third.
Stephen Carpenter shooting one.
Team 7th, Carpenter, line right for the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and he's got it for 30 points. Ball loose, blocked by DeWeese, foul on DeWeese.
Third field is foul. Number 34, Keith DeWeese. His first, team's fourth. Shooting 2%.
Chris Stevens hits the pair. He's got 2. Carpenter with a basketball and a block on Bryce Stotts, and if he keeps this up, he may be getting a technical. Carpenter goes to the line, shooting to 1-1. Stotts is second, team 8th. You're going to see the ball in Stephen Carpenter's hands a lot here in these last 6 minutes and change. There's a tip kept alive by the Knights. Carpenter. I tell you, Potachnik and Spurgis did a great job keeping it alive there, Austin. DeWeese inside to Potachnik, gets bumped, puts it up and in. Potachnik with 5. 45-28. Knights up with 6:15 to go before they go to the Elite 8.
The Knights offense is just unstoppable right now. Danville really needs to get their defense going.
Last touch by Danville. Knights get the ball with 6:08 to go. Zach Sullivan checking in. Zach checks in with 2 points, 2 fouls. Jordan Brake gets a standing O from the guys in, I want to say gold, but they're not gold. It's neon, right?
Neon yellow green.
Neon yellow green.
You want to call it.
And we got a timeout. Coach Hooper and the Knights. 30-second timeout, 6:08 to go. In the ball game, Knights lead 45-28. Knights felt pretty good coming into this ball game. Coach Hooper thought this was a winnable ball game. In fact, he said in the EG that he thought that the next 2 games would be winnable for them.
Yeah, the winner of this game will either play Portsmouth Notre Dame or South Webster. That game is not over with yet, but that will be played on Friday here at Alumni Hall also.
That's right. And that game, I think, is played down at OU tonight in the Convo. So the winner of this game takes on Portsmouth Notre Dame and South Webster at 7:30 Friday night. If the Knights play, we'll be there, as will the Hooper 6-man. You can bet on that. DeWeese to inbound. It's DeWeese, Sullivan, Carpenter, Potachnik, and Spurgis for the Knights. DeWeese to Sullivan. Got away with it, maybe a double dribble, but we'll call double team. Zach gets tied up. Ball goes the Knights' way. Under 6 to go, 45-28. You're going to see pressure like you've never seen it before for Danville. Ball goes into Potachnik. Gives it to Sullivan. Good thing about the Knights and the competition they played this year, along with the competition they played throughout the summers, that's blocked, is that they've seen every defense possible. So no matter what Danville throws at them, they're going to be prepared. They've seen the box in 1, a triangle in 2. They've seen every type of zone matchup, man-to-man. Potachnik with the ball. Works his way in a lane. He's fouled by Andy Payne, his second. That's the 9th team foul. So Potachnik line right, shooting the 1-and-1. Justin with 5. Looking for 6 at the line. Hits it.
And you mentioned how the Knights play hard teams over the summer and face all these different defenses, and that's something Coach Hooper likes to do is play the harder teams like Bloom Carroll, so that when they do get to playoff time, they're used to playing the tough teams and there's no bumps in the road.
Potachnik hits a pair. He's got 7. Clayton Christopher, the senior, on now for the Knights, and Clayton gets the foul. Bryce Stotts will go to the line. Clayton's first. Student section over at the Knights Way say no way. I think they need glasses on that. That was a foul.
Yeah, very, very clearly foul.
Stotts hits the first. He's got 7.
Well, you know, the fans expect the calls to always go for their own team.
Absolutely. And they are enthusiastic. Up and good. So that's a 3-point attempt. So Stotts with 8. He's looking for 9. It was across the way. I didn't see that he was shooting a 3-point play. He did, so he's got 9. Carpenter with a basketball. 16-point lead for the Knights. 5.5 to go. Carpenter loses it. And we got a timeout, Danville. Timeout on the floor, 5:25 to go. 16-point lead for the Knights, 47-31 here on LSN. Along with Austin Beigel and the entire media team, let's give a thanks to our media team. Who's here tonight?
Well, we have Michael Collier, of course JT Bertram leading us, Dane Alexander, Cassie Schugert, Jeremy Hall, Alex Carroll, Scott West, and Jack and myself.
See, the only 2 students, the 3 students we got are you, Cassie, and Michael, right?
Dane Alexander and Alex Carroll.
See,
also.
I don't see Dane. Where's Dane?
Hiding somewhere, maybe in the corner.
Hiding somewhere. I tell you, Michael is on the floor to our left. He's the one that's got the bright yellow shirt on. I'm surprised that you students all didn't wear yellow shirts. Or neon. They're neon, right?
Neon, yellow, green.
Neon, yellow, green. Danville with the basketball. Stotts. Gonna fire a 3. Got it. Bryce Stotts with 12. It's not over yet, folks. 5 minutes to go. Knights up by 13. And we got a foul on Austin Hazen. It should be his 3rd. It is. 10th team foul, so the Knights shooting the double bonus the rest of the way.
15 fouls this half compared to the only 5, I believe, in the first half.
That's right. Carpenter misses the first.
Really calling it a lot tighter this half.
DeWeese in. Clayton Christopher sits down. Both are scoreless. Knights up by 13. Carpenter trying to make it 14, and he does. Stephen with 31. Danville with the basketball. 14-point lead for the Knights. Stotts loses it. Ball loose on the floor. Potachnik gets it to Sullivan. He gets bumped, and that's a foul on Bryce Stotts. That's his 3rd.
Foul on Danville with 13. Bryce Stotts, his 3rd, team's 11.
Zach Sullivan will go to the line, shooting 2. It's part of Danville's strategy, but this is where the Knights have to hit the free points. There's one. Zach with 3. He had 14 in the game against Newark Catholic. Rims it out, no good. Payne with the rebound to Stotts. Payne fires a three. No good. Rebound loose. Put up by Durbin. His first two. Spurgis on the return. He's got 6. Three ball no good. Rebound saved. Durbin has it, measures a 3. Back to the rim, no good. DeWeese with the rebound. Gets it to Potachnik. And Justin will wait for Stephen Carpenter. Timeout. Coach Hooper and the Knights. Full timeout, 60-second timeout, 3:49 to go in the ball game. Knights up 51-36 here on LSN. Winner plays Friday night, 7:30. Now let me ask you, if the Knights win, they sell tickets out at the school?
Yes, they do.
So you can call the school. You know the school phone number?
I don't know the phone number, but I do know that the tickets are on sale. I think you save $2 if you buy the tickets at the school rather than here.
And the Knights get some of the proceeds too.
Yes,
so that's why it's important for you to, if you're planning on going Friday night, get here early and buy tickets early at Fairfield Christian Academy. What time did you get here tonight to set up?
We were here three hours early.
Because you got great seats, I'll tell you that. We're right at half court. Couldn't want for any better. We got here, my son and I, Drew, came up, and we got here probably, I want to say about 45 minutes ahead of time, and the parking lot was packed.
Oh, yeah.
So
luckily we beat the crowd.
Yes, so just beware that if you're coming up Friday, if the Knights win, get here early, because parking, they have a lot of parking, but it is at a premium. Nearly an over and back with Spurgis. Sullivan to Carpenter. DeWeese. Carpenter with 3.5 to go. Spurgis tries to go inside to Potachnik, out of bounds. That's probably going to be the MO for the Knights, is that you're going to just see them try to get some good looks underneath. 51-36 the score. Here's Durbin with the basketball. And throws it away. Last touched, I think, by Potachnik. 3:17 to go in the ball game. Stolen. Carpenter has it. He's head of the pack. Lays it up. No good. Rebound to Sullivan, up and in. Zach Sullivan with 5. There's a 3. Zach Sullivan.
His 4th, team 6, shooting 3 with 15 by Stotts.
That's Zach's 4th.
Danville sub, number 32, Chris Severance, coming in for number 42, Mason Wales.
Stotts with 13. Sullivan to Spurgis. To Sullivan. He gets bumped, and there's a 10-second call on the Knights. 2:44 to go, 53-38. Payne with a 3. Off the mark. Potocnik with a rebound. Gets bumped, and we got a travel call. Coach Hooper's got his hands on his hips. He can't believe it. Neither can the student section. Here comes the no way, no way.
Yeah, a few calls in a row going towards Danville. Questionable calls, but the refs know what they're doing.
Durbin tracks it down. Stotts, Sullivan on him. 4 fouls on Sullivan. Durbin with a 3, no good. Rebound loose. Carpenter has it. Gets it to Weiss. DeWeese up the court to Spurgis. Will fire a little jumper, no good. Potocnik up and no good. He foul on the floor. I tell you, whenever I see Justin in that position, I get a little anxious because he had some back problems in his freshman year. Looked like he was going to fall on the back, but he regained his balance. 2:17 to go in the ball game. Potocnik misses the first. Justin with 7 tonight. Justin with 8. 2:15 to go in the ball game. Stotts. Back door. Out of bounds. Knight's ball. Coach Doug Selvey wants pressure all over the court. 2:03 to go in the game. Knights up by 16. Ball knocked out of bounds, and it'll be Knights' ball. Durbin fell on his shoulder. And again, a little stinger there. Now the ref's going to check him out. Good call by the ref. And timeout Knights. Timeout on the floor. 2:02 to go in the ball game. Knights lead 54-38 on LSN.
Full timeout.
So it's going to be a full timeout for the Knights. We want to thank all of our sponsors who helped support FCA basketball on LSN this year. Those of you who have sponsored us, thank you. And we look forward to seeing you again next year.
Programs for the OHSAA State Championships are currently.
You'll be back next year, right?
I will be back.
Championship history and lots of other exciting features on.
Seniors graduating for the Knights this year. Let's see. We got Justin Potocnik, Zach Sullivan, and Clayton Christopher Evan Bogus as well. Won't be surprised to see Evan get a little playing time here in the last 2 minutes. We'll see. Coach Hooper decides to do. 122 seconds on the clock, and those are a long 122 seconds if you're a Knights fan. Full court pressure now for Danville. Thomas Hawk in the ball game for Danville. Carpenter holds. Hawk comes down with it to Stotts, puts it up, no, and we got a blocking foul on the Knights. Coach Hooper cannot be too happy with that. Keith DeWeese, his second foul. Team 7th, so both teams in the bonus, and Danville shooting the 1-and-1. Stotts with 14. Andy Payne with 16, Bryce Stotts with 14. Those are your main scores for Danville. Up again, Goodkin, he's got 15. Knights get the ball into Potocnik. Justin backs his way across between the dribble there, crossover dribble, gets it to Carpenter. Steven about ready to be double teamed, stops, has the ball knocked away, ball loose. DeWeese has it, and we got a foul on who? Austin Hazy. It's his fourth. Keith DeWeese, line right, looking to get in the books here. Sights it, shoots it. Nope. DeWeese, a 6'5" sophomore forward. Got a lot of JV time this year. Played an outstanding game against Newark Catholic. Didn't get in the books, but boy, he played well.
His defense was very good that game.
Keith is in the books. He's got a point. Knights up by 15. Stotts drives, puts it up. No, and he's fouled. Foul is on DeWeese or Potocnik. DeWeese with his third. Looks like we got Jordan Brake coming in. Bryce Stotts line left, shooting the two-shot foul. He's got 16, so he's tied with the lead with Andy Payne. Brake, the guard in. DeWeese, the forward, sits down. 92 seconds to go in the ball game. 14-point lead for the Knights. Stotts. Got it. Stotts leads Danville with 17 points. Let's see, it's Brake with the basketball. Gets it up to Potocnik. Inside to Spurgis. Easy two. Nick Spurgis with 8. Stotts with a 3. No foul on Brake.
Christian foul. Number 5, Jordan Brake.
You don't see it often, but this is the third time the Knights have fouled a 3-point shot.
You're right. It's an anomaly. Danville, Bryce Stotts got 18, looking for 19 and 20 at the line. I don't think he's missed a foul shot tonight. Good. He's got 19. I think they went, 18 for 22 their last game?
They did.
Hawk comes in. Durbin sits down for Danville. They will probably foul to prolong this game. Stotts has a triple at the line. He's got 20. Spurgis inbounds to Brake. Brake gets fouled by Andy Payne. It's Payne's third.
Number 12, Andy Payne is third.
So Jordan Brake will go line right, shooting 2. 67 seconds to go in the ball game. 13-point lead for the Knights. Hard on the first one. Brake with 2 points.
Number 23, number 4, Thomas Hall.
Coach Selvey will go offense-defense here in his substitutions. Brake splits the pair. Jordan with 3. And we got a block on Spurgis.
Foul on Christian, number 14, Nick Spurgis.
It's his second.
His second.
64 seconds to go. 13-point lead for the Knights. Stotts line left. He's Mr. Automatic. And as I say that, he misses. Isn't that always the case? Whenever an announcer says he's perfect from the line, he missed. Well, he was perfect from the line. He's only missed 1. Missed 2.
Shouldn't have said it.
And Stotts with the rebound, puts it up and in. Stotts with 22. 57.5 seconds to go. 11-point lead now for the Knights, and Danville takes the timeout. Winner takes on Portsmouth Notre Dame. The winner of Portsmouth Notre Dame, South Webster, which is being played tonight at the Convo. Winner will be winning team tonight will take on one of those 2 teams Friday here at Alumni Hall at Ohio Dominican University. Game time at 7:30. So Knights will inbound. Leading scorer for Danville is Bryce Stotts with 22. Andy Payne has 16 for the Knights. It's been Stephen Carpenter with 31. Justin Potachnik and Nick Spurgis with 8 each. Knights led at the quarter mark, 15-4. At half, they led 25-16. At the third quarter poll, they led by a score of 40-26. So Danville has outscored the Knights thus far in this fourth quarter. Knights have missed some foul shots. Now the Knights will stack it up here, and Zach Sullivan will inbound to Jordan Brake. Brake will bring it up. Works his way through a crowd, and he's fouled.
Danville foul number 32, Chris Severance. His fourth.
Chris Severance has his fourth foul.
Danville trying to make the Knights play the free throw game here.
Brake shooting 2. Hard on the first.
Danville substitution number 23, Rage Durbin for number 4, Thomas Hawk.
Hawk sits down. Durbin comes on for Danville. Brake trying to split the pair. Tyler Stevens getting ready to check in for the Knights. Brake with 4. Now Stevens comes in and Brake sits down. 53.2 seconds to go. 12-point lead for the Knights. Stotts with the basketball. Carpenter on him. Payne fires a 3. Back of the rim, no good. Loose ball comes down to Potachnik, and he's hog wrestled down. Carpenter's asking for a intentional foul. He's not going to get that. Foul is on Ridge Durbin, his 4th. Knights shooting the double bonus. Potachnik line right. 12-point lead. 40.2 seconds to go. First one up and in. Justin with 9. Let me interview a student here. Are you nervous?
Well,
be honest. Are you nervous?
Not for this game.
Not for this game.
Looks like it's pretty much wrapped up now.
There's Justin gets the pair. He's got 10. 14-point lead. There's a 3 that falls short. Ball up, no good. Payne puts it up, no good, and he's fouled with 27.4 seconds to go.
Foul. Number 14,
Nick Spurgis is his 3rd. So Andy Payne will go to the line left, shooting 2. Misses the first. Payne with 17. The Knights are going to the Elite 8. Carpenter to Spurgis, inside to Stevens. He smartly takes it out with 15 seconds to go. Standing O for the guys in red. To Potachnik. Knights are playing Friday night. Final score, Knights 61, Danville 48. The Knights are in the Elite 8. Austin, what are your thoughts?
Just all around amazing game played by the Knights. They're on fire at the right time. You know, the perfect time to actually take this to the state championship if they want. And Danville put up a good fight, but Knights pull away.
This is a good Danville team. They got some great athletes. They had a great football season, great basketball season. Congratulations to Danville. Knights going on, playing Friday night, game time 7:30. You can buy tickets at Fairfield Christian Academy. For Austin Beigel and the entire FCA media team, this is Jack Davidson thanking you for watching FCA basketball on LSN. The Knights go to the Elite Eight. For this time till next time, have a good night, everybody.
Thank you for watching Ohio High School basketball tournament action on fairfieldmedia.tv and LSN, Lancaster Community TV.